Welcome back to Shayanti Fine Arts. Do you want to start oil painting? Have you never done an oil painting before and you're scared that you will not be able to do it? I am telling you, it's no problem at all. So that is what this video is all about, my top 10 tips to start off with oil painting. And why so? Let's talk about it. Now, I teach oil painting in a local class. And I've seen that people who have been painting with watercolor or acrylics or whatever other mediums they have tried on for years, their art skills are good, their compositions are good, their painting skills are wonderful in their chosen medium, their drawing skills are good too. But still, when it comes to oil painting, I don't know, for some mysterious reasons, everybody's scared to start oil painting. Let me assure you, oil painting is just another medium. There is nothing to be scared of. There is nothing that you cannot do in oil painting that you have been able to do in any other medium. And most importantly, it is a very forgiving medium. So there is nothing to be scared of. If you have not done well, go ahead and try again. So let me share my top 10 tips without much ado. Tip 1. Paint small. By paint small, what I mean is whatever surface you're choosing to paint on, whether it's a canvas panel, a canvas paper, wood, choose a smaller painting area. Go with 4x6, 7x9, 8x10. Do not go anything over 11x14. The reason I am saying this is because if you choose a smaller surface, it is much easier to finish the project faster and move on with your learnings on this smaller project to bigger projects that comes up subsequently. When you choose to paint small, and if you make like a very grave mistake, it happens when you're learning a new medium. Mistakes do happen. So if you make a mistake, you do not spend an immense amount of time, going over and undoing your mistake, and you learn more. That way your learning is more efficient. You do not spend time on undoing mistakes, and you paint small, learn, move over, paint small, learn, move over, and learn much better that way. So definitely paint small. Tip 2. Choose your subject very carefully. Do not go ahead and try to paint fur or feather or textures or portraits at your very first go with oil paints. Can you not do it? I'm sure if you have painting experience you can. But do you want to spend time on a project gone bad? No. So when you're trying a new medium, try to learn more about the new medium. So if you have less experience with paints, go with very simple flower paintings like this sunflower that I've painted. Or I have quite a few beginners paintings in my videos. I will put links to all of that in the video descriptions. You can choose one of them. This cockerel is one of those that you can paint even without any experience with painting. It is that simple, yes. Or a very simple landscape like this, or something like this big flower that does not have a ton of details to worry about, or something like this angel painting that I'm done here, because it is simple and it will help you learn techniques like blending and using medium, because those are the first thing that you want to learn when you're learning a new medium. It's better to make mistakes in a smaller area and with less difficult. Tip 3. Use quality materials. And don't get me wrong, when I'm saying quality materials, I am not telling you to go ahead and buy the top price, top brands. No, definitely not. But what I'm telling you is do your research. Do not always go with that Walmart pack which comes with 2 canvases and quite a number of paints and paintbrushes. typically paint brushes are the least problematic, but with the wrong paint and the wrong kind of canvas, you can go very wrong. You will spend a lot of time, braving over the difficulties that the canvas surface or the paint that you're using that is giving you, instead of actually learning more about the new medium that you're trying on. You will spend more time on your fight with the paint and canvas. So what I typically suggest is paint on small canvas panels. That's cheap. I use Winsor & Newton's Winton brand. It is student grade brand, but it is extremely archival, and a lot of artists use that, and trust me, they will give you excellent results. Yes, they are a tad bit more expensive than your bargain brand, so-called bargain brands, but it is totally worth the price. So do invest a little bit, not a lot, just a little. Use a very limited palette. That's my tip 4. What do I mean by a limited palette? Now, when you're going and starting off with painting, just because you're super excited, don't buy all the different colors that are available in the market and start off with it. It can be really difficult, especially if you do not have much of experience painting in some other medium, and then you're straight away jumping into oil paint. It is more important to learn values, and I have a separate video that explains values and what do I mean by values, and I'll put a link in the video description below. Do check it out if you have a confusion. So it is more important to learn more about values and how your medium works, rather than getting worried about what exact color to put in what exact place. Once you get your values right, even if your colors are not accurate, you will still end up painting really well. So focus on the values. Do not use too many colors. In fact, in my very first class where I introduce oil paints to people who have never painted with oil paints, I paint only with raw umber, black and white. Yes, 3 colors. You can only paint with black and white too. That works perfectly well. So that is what I mean when I say limited palette. Keep the number of colors. Tip 5. Take the thick over thin and fat over lean rules very seriously. It is really, really important in case of oil paints. You have to, when you're starting off, your paint should be thinner, and if you want thicker layers, those have to go on top of thinner layers. You cannot go reverse. You cannot put thin layers on top of thick layers. Then your paint will flake off, there will be cracking and several other problems. Similarly, when you're starting off, you have to use less medium. And as you proceed into your painting further into the next layers, then you use the amount of paint medium, whatever it is, walnut oil, linseed oil, liquid, solvent-free gel, whatever medium you're using. You have to keep increasing the amount of medium that you're using as you proceed on to subsequent layers. So go from thin to thick and lean to fat. Don't forget. Tip 6. Be aware of the toxicity and degradation of your paints and your mediums. Now, oil paints, paint thinners, painting mediums, they are toxic. I agree. Absolutely. So if you have pets and children, be very aware that they cannot be around your paint. Especially if you have small pets like birds, you cannot even keep them in the same room if you are painting with oil paints because of the toxicity of the mineral spirits and the paints. However, if it is a bigger animal like cats and dogs, or if it is children, as long as they are not touching the paint or not drinking the mineral spirits, they're fine. And even if accidents like that happen, like somebody drinks mineral spirits, it's not going to kill you instantly. It's not that toxic. So be aware. In those cases, do go to emergency, and definitely do not induce vomiting. That is the worst thing to do in this case. Although that is very intuitive, do not induce vomiting. So very well be aware of how to use paints, what to do if you have children and pets around, and also do a little bit of research about how to dispose of excess paint, dry paint, or mineral spirits and medium. Tip 7, do your research. There is a huge amount of information available for free over the internet, over YouTube, Pinterest, anywhere you look. There is so much information available for free. So when you're starting off a new medium, not only oil paints, do a little bit of research, learn a little bit more about the medium, see how people are painting, watch a few time lapses, watch a few beginners' paintings, and then jump into it. That way you are entering into something and you are more informed than just, learning from your gravest mistakes. Yes, you will make mistakes. There's nothing wrong in that. But be informed. That's what I mean when I say do. Mistakes are okay. The only person who never makes mistakes is the one who never even tries. So you are trying a new medium. Give yourself some room to make mistakes, because mistakes are the only way to learn. So mistakes are okay. Tip 9 is a little bit related to tip 8, but I also wanted to mention tip 9. So tip 9 is don't expect miracles. So you're starting off with a new medium and you do not have much experience in painting. Do not expect that you will create a Mona Lisa at your first go. You may. I'm not saying that you may not. You may be really talented and you may pick it up like this and go on. But there's a possibility you may not. So don't set yourself up to being disappointed with the results. So don't expect miracles. Start small, do small studies, and learn the medium. And then you can glide on to bigger projects. Tip 10. Really not a tip that it is useful for working with oil paints, but it is very, very important tip for any artist or anybody who ventures into art. Have fun. Yes, tip 10 is have fun. Art is not something that you do because you have to make money, or you have to feed your children, or you have to do it because of family pressure or something like that. So do keep it fun. Do have fun while you're painting. That is the only way you will be motivated to do more art. So in general, for art and definitely for oil painting, keep room to have fun. That's all of my 10 tips, and I hope you find them useful. As usual, I'll put a link to all my social media presents in the video description so that you can follow along. I put out videos on YouTube every Wednesday and Friday, so don't forget to subscribe, because that is the only way to keep notified when new videos are being posted every Wednesday and Friday evening, and sometimes in between. So I hope you find it useful. Thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing.